Alright, time now is 11:16 a.m. on March 10th. So I realized that lately, for the last week, I've been doing so much more of these college updates video. I really need to tone them down. For real. This time, for real. So I'm gonna try my best, in case something really interesting happens, I'll try my best to just film 2 videos per day. Plus the cooking, I guess. Because I'm gonna cook a lot in the future. I had a bad sleep. I slept from 3 to 11. I want to sit down. I feel so cold. Like, I actually do feel really cold. And, feel a little bit feverish. Like I'm developing a fever. I don't know, but I just feel really friggin' cold. My hands, they look fine, but actually I can find like a cut here, another injury there, like small cuts. I don't know what's going on. Same goes for the other hand. I woke up multiple times. I didn't have a good vivid dream at all. I did dream, but it was just like hazy and vivid, not vivid. I don't have much to talk about. Today's gonna be a nothing day. I'm gonna stay here the whole day. Man, this makes me think that actually, aside from going to the supermarket and going to college, I can just stay here the whole day for the rest of my life. And also church, I guess. But even so, I could just say no and not go to church. But, it's so easy to recluse yourself. It's so easy to be lonely. Being unlonely and having things happen in your life really takes effort. So that's what I've learned. You need to actually, take the extra step in order to actually live. Living is not simple. It's not as easy as you think. You gotta take an extra step. Today's nothing's gonna happen. Album review, Zoom Spanish class. I'm gonna watch another episode of Euphoria, and then at night I'm gonna watch Don't Look Up, and then that's all, baby. That's all. Now, last night I was looking at some USC, UCLA film application stuff, and I realized that right now would be a good time to start, setting up a timeline of what to do, what not to do before the application. Because again, my mom's like, last time when I spoke to my mom about university transfer, my mom's like, you should just apply now and immediately get into university this June. Well, guess what? It's too late. 4 months is nothing. This takes years of planning. This is like going to secondary school and jumping from secondary school to university. I mean, remember in Form 4 and 5 when during class lesson we had to go down to the school hall and there are a bunch of booths? Like, we were already starting to preparing back then. So it should be the same from college to university in the USA, because in the USA, college and university is different. Also, another thought I have is I have a way to solve this food issue, and that is called compression. Breakfast compression, in other words. Because here's the thing, if you look at my meal plans, Google spreadsheet, you'd realize that I have breakfast for days. I got eggs, cereal, croissant, bread, eggs, cereal, croissant, bread, and so on and so forth, and it can last me for 2 weeks and maybe even more. However, for lunch and dinner, way less than that. I may not even survive a week. And I realized that eggs isn't strictly a breakfast item. You can cook eggs for lunch. You can cook eggs in the afternoon. You can steam eggs, boil eggs, fry eggs, whatever way you want during the lunch or dinner. So what I'm thinking now is that I'm gonna take off some of the bread and eggs option for breakfast and drag them down to the lunch and dinner areas. This is why originally today my plan is a breakfast is eggs. Guess what? Today breakfast, croissant. And then afternoon, bread, eggs, carrots, and onions. Now that is rich. That is a good meal. And then tonight, pasta and chicken. So you got eggs and you got chicken. That's 2 proteins happening. That's good. So I gotta do more of that. But yeah, these are my thoughts. And Pink also texted me saying my last few months have been rough, and I'm gonna say me too. It's a good thing Pink and Leo and Cedric are speaking to me. They're legit good people. Miriam too. Zara, Natalie, I guess they're really busy. I mean, Leo's in Hong Kong U too, but I guess Zara and Miriam are ultra busy. Haven't spoken to Natalie in a long time, and I don't want to bother her, so I'm gonna wait. Like how I didn't speak to Natalie in 2021, or was it 2020, when I didn't speak to her for over 3 months, I think, and I didn't see her for 11 months. And for a while, I really, really hated her. I mean, I still hate her right now, but not in the same way. I hate her in a loving way. Again, my relationship with Natalie is a very special one. Natalie, in a way, is like, if Mary hadn't existed, I would probably fall in love with Natalie. I know that's a very bold and ballsy thing to say for me, but I don't care anymore. But I didn't fall in love with Natalie. I never loved her. And that is weird because Natalie's my type, so, or close to my type. But never happened. Never had any romantic feelings for her. But I do care about her because I'm a friend and I'm interested in her. Like, she's interesting, but romantically, no. So it's so weird. Alright, so bread, an egg, onion, carrots, garlic, oil, salt, pepper. Lunch. Here we go. Where's my pan? What? Who took it? It's down there. What the heck? Okay.
My grandfather did. He would, if my mother had some lotions and some other things around, he said, give me some of that. Her dad. That was her dad. He'd give me some of that. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Listen, well, thank you so much.
All right, there we go. Lunch is served. Bread, ovened for, I don't know, 10-ish minutes. 1 egg scrambled. Onion carrot fry with garlic. 2 cloves of garlic. 1/4 of an onion. And about 2/3 of a carrot stick. Alright. Looking nutritious. Let's try the onions. Let's not break the structure. The garlic definitely helped. And onion with eggs is amazing. I found 2 dead ants in my bread, and there might be more, but I've already swallowed it. Fuck! Alright, so I was just in a WhatsApp call with my mom, and suddenly the light turned off, and suddenly the Wi-Fi disappeared. This is an issue? The electricity's gone. Hold on. Yep. Well. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. I'm gonna wait and see if it's fixed. If it ain't, then I may have to use my phone to text the owner's girlfriend or something. All right, time now is 5:26 p.m. I had a half an hour phone call with my mom on WhatsApp, and then halfway through, not even halfway, like 5 minutes into it, are these ant bites? Did ants bite me? What the fuck are these? These aren't acne. These aren't mosquito bites. I don't know. But like 5 minutes into it, the power's gone, and then it's back again. So that's that. So a little bit before this, at around 4:30, my aunt suddenly texted me saying that she sent me 4 COVID testing kits, and it's literally right outside my Airbnb, like right fucking now. Like, I don't like it when people send me shit without asking me, but more importantly, it's the US of A, which means that somebody may go out there and steal it. Also, this Airbnb is secret as hell. Like, you have to turn left and sneak into an alleyway in order to get into it. And the worst thing about this is that I need to get it myself. And to do that, I need to change all my clothes. And after I come back home, I need to wash my hair and wash my face all over again. And I don't want to do that just for a package that I didn't even ask for. But I have to do it because it's literally right out there right now, and I need to do something about it. So, yeah. Alrighty, this is creepy. Turn on the lights. Grab my shoes. Close it in case something insane happens. Should I get my mask? I don't care anymore. Let's just go out. Yep, right. And then this. Oh fuck. Okay, mailbox. Where's the mailbox? What the fuck? Where's the mailbox? I can't find no fucking mailbox. Is this it? Oh, shit. Alright, that's mine. At this rate, I may run out of spaghetti first before I run out of or actually, I may run out of the pasta sauce before I run out of the spaghetti, because this spaghetti is way more than I thought. Way more. Alright, so time now is 8:43. Whew, I started having dinner an hour ago and I already finished all my spaghetti, cleaned up all the table, all the pans. And the reason why it took so much time is because this piece of chicken would not defrost. It was a piece of ice. I put hot water and I had to wait and to cut it with a big knife. Finally, it got off. I tried to hammer it down. It's impossible. It's a chunk of ice. So I gave up and immediately fried it, and I realized that this is not a good idea because it's going to fry the surface and the inside is going to be very, very uncooked and raw. So I tried to tilt the pan and try to move the chicken around. I did a lot of stuff, and finally I gave up. I poured some water and I steamed it. Took out the lid, still kind of raw. Steam it again and again and again, and finally, an hour later, chicken is served. Hopefully this is not raw. Okay, doesn't look raw, looking quite nice and edible. I already finished all the spaghetti, so I'm having my dinner in sections, basically. I already had some spinach salad, but you know what? I'll eat some more just to go with the chicken. Maybe it's because I steamed it, but it's really juicy. Alright, time now is March 11th on at 12:02 afternoon. So, I slept from 2:30 to 11, which is a lot, and I feel full and satisfied. Yeah, I forgot to do one of these videos last night before I went to shower, and when I was taking a shower, I was like, oh, I forgot to do one of these videos, and I'm like, that's a good thing. That's actually a good thing. Okay, so, nothing important happened yesterday, actually. Like, nothing happened, literally, except for Pink speaking to me. So, Pink has been really, really stressed lately. I mean, yeah, she dropped out of school, and you'd think that because she dropped out of school, all the school stress will disappear, but no, this stress doesn't come from school, the stress comes from somewhere else. Now, I will not get into the details because it's private matter, but Pink is going through a lot of pain right now, and I understand why. I mean, I don't empathetically understand because her situation is quite special here and quite rare, but I sympathetically understand, and I wish her well. I gave her some advice. I told her to take a break, give yourself some time off, relax, take care of yourself first, and once you're not as emotional, once your mind feels a little healthier and better, then maybe you can make a more sound judgment. But for now, just take a rest, take some time off, just relax. Okay, and that's the best I can do. You know, if you really need to seek someone, don't look for me. I'm not a professional here. Find a therapist. It's expensive, but they're incredibly helpful. Especially find a therapist in that specific field of area. So, yeah, shout out to Pink. Hope she's okay. Yeah, I mean, everybody's changing. I mean, everybody's changing. I keep changing. Cedric keeps changing. Natalie keeps changing. Leo and Pink and Tom and friggin' Topher and Mary and Queenie. Everybody's changing. And I always dream that one day we're gonna go back together, but even if we do, it wouldn't be us anymore. We can go back together, but we didn't. We didn't. We will never be back together. So that's that. But that's the harsh reality of life. Pink also told me that. Pink said, I'm going through so much pain right now. In the future, I will still remember this pain. And I said, well, can't really help you with that. It's life. You have pain, you carry that pain, and then you move on. And that pain doesn't go away ever. And that's life. I mean, at the end of secondary school with me and Mary and all these other regrets and remorses, you think I didn't have pain? I have so much pain. I cry too, you know? But there's nothing I can do. I'm going to keep on living. You're going to keep on living. We go through the 5 stages of grief and then we move on. And then another thing happens and then we move on. We keep moving on. That's called life. So there's nothing we can do. Pain is an integral part. It's inevitable. It makes us grow. It sticks there, and it is what it is. So yeah, that's that. All right. So today's gonna be a chill ass day. It's a Friday, which means that I don't have school. But that's not necessarily true because there's a chemistry problem solving Zoom meeting which I will join at 1. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. But aside from that, really, really exceptionally chill day. I got a little bit of homework. I got a movie review to film. I got a couple episodes of Euphoria to watch. And then that's all, man. That is all. I think what I want to be the main focus of today is to sort of take a look at the USC-UCLA transfer, application deadlines, and all the things I need to do. And basically write down a timeline, a very super duper friggin' complicated timeline of what exactly to do and maybe what to not do on the exact month, on the exact same day, on the exact dates. Like, I need to know all the schools that I'm going to apply to. I'm going to discuss it with people. And I think there's an ancient Chinese saying, 獨學而無友，孤陋寡聞, which is classical Chinese. So even if you know Cantonese, you probably don't understand what I'm saying. It means that if you learn alone, if you study alone and have no friends, you'll hear nothing. You'll hear about nothing. You'll understand nothing. Because the most effective way of learning is to hear from your friends. Your friends tell you, oh, hey, this is happening, that is happening. And you're like, oh, but if you don't have friends, well, then you have no idea what the fuck is going on. So I really am looking forward to expand my friendship circle. I don't just want to stay here. I mean, JT's cool, Potter's cool, Diana's just gone already. And Thomas the Chinese dude and Pepper. So I call them Gen 2. I should separate my friends into generations. So the generation 1 is JT because I met her before here. And it's Potter. And then Gen 2 is this film class. And but there's so much more I can do actually, like film club activities, if there are any film club activities in the future, but also like these cold call sheets around this area, maybe like Facebook groups, like I can join them, like I just gotta work my ass off finding new people, finding more people, and I feel like this is as far as my Hong Konger group of friends go. Like, I always believe that there is always a secret underground group of Hong Kongers for every single college and every single university ever. I don't think there is one for this college. Even if there is one, I probably don't think it's that large. I mean, that meeting between me, JT, and Potter, that is the OG, the real Hong Kong Student Association, you know. But, I also didn't comb my hair because I don't even plan to. I don't care anymore. But, yeah, so I gotta expand my circle and understand more about the application process, about the university life, what to do, how to prepare, and to sort of write out this extremely long timeline. And this timeline is going to be also side by side with the filmmaking timeline, because to submit to USC, I need to make a narrative short film less than 5 minutes. And there's a lot of discussion on the internet on whether to do the video option or to the photo option, and how to write the personal essays, the personal statements. Don't write about sport injuries. Don't write about charity events. Those two things are so overused already. But that website may be a little bit outdated. Maybe there's a new taboo thing now. So I gotta really just open my ears up and talk to people and stuff. And I think Thomas is a good starting point. Yeah. And then I'll continue moving on, climbing up this long ass never-ending ladder of filmmaking and power and this goddamn industry. I'm just gonna eat bread, the ant-infested bread. Hopefully there's no ants on it. And then I'm going to have Indomie and eggs for lunch. Yes, eggs today again, and eggs today tomorrow. But it's fine, because I don't care anymore. And eggs have proteins, and I lack proteins, and that's good, because eggs is good. And got nothing else to say. Kind of excited about making a next short film, but as an immigrant without any money, I mean, what can I make other than some small thing? So I really need to give myself some thought. So yeah. All right. Here we go. Looking good. And then maybe this isn't enough sauce. What the heck? Where'd the sauce go? Here we go. Indomie with fried egg. Doesn't look like a lot of sauce, but it is very flavorful. I can tell you that. Time now is 1:07. I hate drinking milk by itself, and I tried my very best to look around this Airbnb to find sugar. I can't find any sugar, so guess what? Because the milk is going to expire on March 22nd, I gotta drink it within the next week. So, cheers. I have to learn to appreciate the taste of milk. Okay, this is my first time trying the Milky Way bar. I think it's my first time. So I was gonna eat it, but I just realized that I've never eaten it before, and maybe I should do a video on it because why not? So here we go, Milky Way bar. I thought it comes from a larger packet, but I thought it's just one whole slate, like a Cadbury chocolate slate, but no, it's just individual, which is good actually, easier to store. Don't have to worry about ant infestation, which has been quite a bit of a problem I've been dealing for the last few days. All right, already seeing the caramel leaking from the sides, looking promising. Chewy, I like that. Extremely sweet. Not bad for a snack, I guess.
My Airbnb account. Yeah, but if you was just here for maybe 1 or 2 weeks.
Film this for my mom.
Then you're a cook right now.
Alright. The skin stuck on the pan. I don't know why, but anyways. Here's the fish. Here's the fish. Looking nice. Looking real nice. Okay. Alright, time now is 8:51 p.m. Yeah, let's talk about today. Nothing important happened today. Oh, not this again, not this phrase again. I have to say this phrase again. But yeah, that's true. Nothing all that important happened today. I don't know, man. So in the afternoon, I did tons of research to transfer to UCLA, USC. You know, which universities require which. You know, what's the requirements, and I found out that I need to take less than 90 units in my college, semester units, or less than 130 quarter semester units. So 90 for me. And that is a problem because right now I'm at 68. Technically, I can already apply, but I missed the deadlines. So now I need to stay again for a third year in my college, and that's inevitable. But that means I have to keep taking courses every single semester, but I can't take more than 90. I'm at 68 and I can't take more than 90, which is insane. So now I need to really strategically, selectively take courses, and for that I need to consult a counselor again. Let's sit down. I forgot. So I did a Google spreadsheet page on the whole. I like to do this. Makes me look cool. But yeah, I did a whole Google spreadsheet page of all the requirements I need. Personal statement, there's a creative writing sample, visual sample, different requirements for different schools, UCLA, USC. USC is the more competitive one. USC is the better one, but USC is also more expensive. And again, it doesn't really matter if I go to USC or UCLA. I just want to go to a film school. I just hope that it's not that expensive. And trust me, USC is extremely expensive. Other choices, including LMU and Chapman U, are even more expensive. So honestly, I don't even want to apply to them. Okay, so here's that. And now for the personal statements and essays, and more importantly, creative writing sample. So for UCLA, I have to hand in a 5-page script. Pepper sent me her script a little bit earlier last week, and it's this political thriller thing. Not really political, just thriller, hospital thriller. And I'm gonna be honest here, it's not very good. It's like Hong Kong secondary school level short story writing. In Hong Kong, it would have worked fine, but in here, it wouldn't. But yeah, I've been thinking about what sort of script I want to write, and then for the 5-minute long short film that I have to submit to USC, I've been really, really, really thinking on what sort of short film I want to do, because I have a list of ideas on my phone. An adaptation of Diary of Madman, but modernized. A short story about a guy trying to work out and then go insane, or a short film about rhythm games, competitive rhythm games, being a VTuber. I have all these ideas that I love and I want to make short films out of them. But that is, after doing tons of research, I watched tons of USC, UCLA accepted short films in YouTube, and also a few rejected short films. And I try to see, okay, why is this rejected? Why is this accepted? Honestly, not a lot of difference. Some rejected short films are lamer, indeed. And in the future, I'm going to make a video about this, I guess. Like in the far future, like after I got accepted into UCLA and USC. If I do. If I don't, I'll make a video on this anyways. But there isn't a lot of differences. But I know it also depends on other things like creative writing and personal statement and all that, but there's still a slight difference, I guess, and I really try to figure out what's the key, what's the point. And then there are tons of YouTube videos where it's like how to get into USC film, how to get into UCLA film. I watch those videos, very informative, very nice, but I'm still worried because different videos are saying slightly different things, and B, it's not like I can just, it's not like they're a step-by-step tutorial to get into USC. It's still very much about you and how you present yourself. And so I've come up with a few things. First of all, number one takeaway, don't be ambitious. You have 5 minutes or less to do a short film. Don't be ambitious. It's the simpler the better, because the people at USC and UCLA are going to watch tons and tons, or actually USC. UCLA doesn't require short film, but USC watched tons and tons and tons of short films for every single applicant, and so they don't have all the time. So the shorter the better. Second of all, you need to stand out. So if you if your short film is an edgy short film about death, depression, or drugs, bye-bye. Cliche, right? If your short film is about sports injuries or some kind of Oscar Beatty tear-jerking thing, or about racism, sexism, or something like that, too cliche. If your short film is about a religious experience or charity, too cliche, bye-bye. So you really, really, really need to work hard to stand out. Now, one thing I can think about, for me, one advantage I have is that I'm from Hong Kong, which means that I know things about cultures outside of America that an average American cannot do, and I need to take advantage of that. But even so, how about the plot? How about the story? Also, I only have 5 minutes, so I can't do like a 3-act structure, or I mean I can, but it can't be anything complicated. No character ensemble, just a couple characters, simple story, it's whatever. So that's bad. Trying to force myself to think of an idea is bad. So really, really need to work hard on that. And then again, personal statement, personal essays. You really need to stand out and show your passion. The thing is, for your creative writing and for your short film, story is king. It doesn't matter if it sounds bad. It doesn't matter if it looks bad. But the idea is what matters. So, oh man, I don't know. And then for the portfolio, I have to hand into USC. Like I need to hand in short films, but I don't have a lot. Like I've made 3 short films, but the first 2 cannot literally see the light of day. It's god awful, or at least the first one. I mean, I can try to submit the second one, but I would be embarrassed. So, and you know, I need to show a range of creativity. So why not submit photos? Except I'm not a professional photographer. I take photos with my own phone at temples. So maybe I would do that. Maybe I would make a series of temple photos that I've taken from the last 6 months of Hong Kong. That would be actually a pretty good idea. Maybe I could submit poems. You know, I write poems on my free time. Like maybe I could submit some of that, edit it, submit some of that. I don't even know. All right, but yeah, I and Thomas the Chinese dude spoke a little bit. I told him, you know, wow, all these personal statements, whatever, and he's like, yeah, you know, it's a lot. So yeah, looking forward to meet the guy. Looking forward to network. Another thing is so I just cooked dinner, fried fish for the first time. So when I walked out, the German woman is there, and she just walked out to the kitchen just to speak to me. There's nothing else. But that's okay, because I like being spoken to, you know. I like being spoken to, and I like chatting. Not really, like I didn't enjoy it, but I like the idea that someone wants to speak to me. So throughout the entire cooking process, like maybe 20 minutes, she was just standing there at one spot, and I was just maneuvering around the kitchen, just cooking rice on a pot and then frying the fish. I fried fish for the first time, and so I did the rice first, and I think I did it a little bit better than last time, but it's still very wet, and to a degree, maybe a little bit less than a couple days ago, they're still sticking under the pot. But the fish, I fried it and the skin stuck. I love this crispy skin, but it stuck. And that's it. Fish, rice, bit of spinach salad. That's my dinner. You know what? It's quite healthy and it's enough calories, I think, for a meal in a day. I think. Like for a meal, not for the whole day. But yeah, you know, I and the German girl talked a lot about many things, you know. She asked me if I really do like this place, and I said, well, I like some things and I don't like some other things. And the German woman doesn't really like this place, and I totally understand why. I mean, I would definitely prefer living in Hong Kong way more than this, even though it's smaller, but I'm more familiar with places. I know where to put things. Like, I miss Hong Kong, you know. We talked about food. Like, I talked about how American Chinese food is not really Chinese, and she's like, oh, then don't ever try German Chinese food because it's even worse there. And I said I miss soups, and she asked me what sort of soups I like, and I said, because I didn't know if she would understand. It's like Hong Kong culture, German culture, Southern German culture, right? So I said, oh, lotus root peanut soup, yam and beans, and then she asked me if those soups are hot soups, and I said, yeah, I mean, or warm soups. And I said, yeah, I mean, all soups in the Chinese culture is like warm, so there are no cold soups in China. But yeah, it was a good conversation, and she asked me, there was one really weird moment where she asked me, what are the plans for my weekend? And I said, not much, but I have a class tomorrow morning, duh. And yeah, and then nothing else, you know. And I asked her, she asked me if I've gone around, and I asked her if she's gone around, and she said yes. And that's pretty much it. And then we talked about how expensive this place is, like housing and food. And she thought the food in Hong Kong is so much more expensive, and I said no, it's like 4 times cheaper. But the housing in Hong Kong, it's super expensive, but the food is normal price. And she also talked about like everybody drives here, and I said, well, yeah, in Hong Kong I also walked around. And then she asked me if Hong Kong people drive a lot too, and I said no, we take buses and train, MTR, you know. I'm sure like MTR and U-Bahn and S-Bahn are pretty similar things, really. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I'm gonna do some college homework, and by that I mean I got some videos to watch from my film courses. I'm going to edit my college video. I'm going to continue doing research for uni applications. Um, I still lack food. I want dessert and I want to drink something, but I already drank like 3/4 of a glass of fat milk today, which is quite nice. I'm getting to appreciate the taste of milk. But I think I don't know. I think I'm just gonna stick with water, because I literally have nothing else to drink right now. And as for snacks, candy, I still got some hard candy, and I want to eat that yogurt, but that's for tomorrow morning, so I can't. I don't know, man. I need to think. I got cereal, Apple Jacks. I can eat that, actually. That's true. Alright, so time now is 12:02 a.m. after midnight. A couple things happened, so I completely forgot about it again, but suddenly, I originally planned to start watching Euphoria episodes 3 and 4 at 11. But of course I'm late, and at around 11:30, I suddenly remembered that I have Spanish homework that I have to hand in before midnight at 11:20. So I immediately started doing, and I know I will run out of time. If it was Spanish 1, I would be able to finish it in time, but because it's Spanish 2 and everything's more expensive, I know I wouldn't be able to do that. So, oh god, also, I just remembered that I still need to check my chemistry scores, right? But before I do that, god damn it. Before I do that, yeah, it was quite awkward because I started doing my Spanish homework and then suddenly someone called me. So there's this really weird thing where part of the assignment, part of this Vistas website, there's one of my homework, because our homework is basically sectioned into many different parts, many different pages. And for one of the pages this week, we had to do this collaboration thing where we have to call each other and record something. But everybody's confused on how to do that. So finally, it happened to me. Somebody called me and it didn't work. I didn't hear anything. He didn't hear anything, and the other guy didn't hear anything, and the other guy is my classmate too, and he's also struggling to do something at this point. 11:30, like half an hour before we have to hand in the homework, and oh god damn it. So yeah, yeah, I texted him, like, he didn't call me on my phone, he called me via Vista, via the website, and you know it doesn't work very well. And he texted me through a text box, also on the website itself, and it was a whole freaking mess, and we're both freaking out. He's like, I have no idea what to do, and I'm like, I have no idea what to do, and at the end he somehow did it, but I don't know how. There's this whole list of people who are online and who are also struggling, trying to call each other, but failing again and again and again, and some people did it, and we have no idea how. And then finally I just gave up because I still got tons of other homework in this Spanish Vista website thing to do. So I'm like, you know what, I'll just skip this, I'll just do the other homework as fast as possible. So as expected, I didn't finish it all, again, for the third time. For the third time, I couldn't complete Spanish homework, and originally my Spanish score is around like 95%, but I forgot one time, and it dropped down to 78, and last time I forgot to do it again, but I did partially, and it dropped down to 72%, and now it dropped down to 70%, which is horrible. So I need to make sure I never do this again in my life. Okay, chemistry exam scores. Honestly, I don't have high hopes because I didn't watch the lectures at all for the first 3 weeks. 87.5 for exam 1. That's pretty good. That's pretty good in Hong Kong standards. That's a B in USA, and that's not very great. 8.8 out of 10 for lab 1. That's also pretty great in Hong Kong standards. Okay. I like that our professor marks our work though, just like Hong Kong, just like in Hong Kong where teachers actually do something about it. Okay. 8.8 for lab 2, or actually this lab 3. Wait, what? Where's lab 2? What? There's no lab 2. Oh, okay, lab 2 will be next week. All right. Yeah, sure. Well, that's bad. I don't know if my homework's grades are heavily affecting my Spanish course grades right now because I cannot get a C. I just can't. B is the worst thing I could go because a B in USA is basically a fail in Hong Kong. So because everything in USA is dumb. So I need to check what's the syllabus for Spanish, and I need to make sure that the homework score doesn't really occupy all that much. Homework assignments 15%. Ugh, yikes. What the fuck? Why 0.1.105? So I guess I need to work on that. Alright. Welp. That's awkward. It's clear that I've been falling behind school assignments, so I'm not even going to watch Euphoria today at all. I still have some videos on this website called AccuSkills to watch for my film courses, and then maybe if I have free time I'll watch a short film and watch that instead, and then yeah, I'm not even going to watch Euphoria. I don't even want to watch Euphoria. Fuck that. Yeah.